It's been a frustrating couple of months, Ruth, but this is boxing. You end up getting injured, you end up being derailed, and I can look back at my fight when I was supposed to fight for the British title against Fernan Pempres. I got a dreadful flu. It turned into pneumonia, and I was out for a couple of months. But that's what happens. That's the nature of the business, and so we just have to suck it up and get on with it. He had a wonderful training camp, 16 weeks of a training camp, and he made great progress, and he looked sensational in sparring. I got a minor perforation of the eardrum. It shouldn't have caused any trouble. We're kind of annoyed with the Board of Control that they didn't let him go through with the fight. But it will put us in good stead for October the 19th. And Jerome Parodi, or Jeremy Parodi, is a very tough opponent. He's number 4 in the world. This is for the IBF Intercontinental, his IBF International title, and the EBU title. So it's an awfully important fight, and it's a lot of pressure on Frampton. And this guy, when we asked him did he want the fight, he took it like that. He said, I can come there, beat Frampton up and knock him out. And that's a sort of attitude I love, because I know that he's going to come for a fight, and Carl will not have to chase him. He will come looking for Carl.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that it's been difficult to get Carl a fight because people seem to be running a bit scared of him.
Yeah, when you punch like Frampton punches, and to one punch Kiko Martinez, who'd never taken a count before or never been down, it puts the fear of God into all these fellas, and it's more difficult to get them to come here. But ultimately, this guy wanted the fight, and he is, as I say, he's the international champion, and he feels that if he beats Frampton, he's going to be then in pole position. So that's great news.
And just explain to us, your motive behind this fight as well, and that you want to clear the way. Just explain how that would work.
Well, Carl is number 3 in the world. This guy's number 4. There's no number 2. And the number 1 challenger is a guy called Jeffrey Matabula from South Africa. The champion, Jonathan Romero, fights the guy that Carl, it sounds very confusing already. He fights the guy that Carl knocked out in February, Kiko Martinez, on Saturday night. The winner has 90 days to defend against Matabula, and then we will fight the winner of that fight. So we're a hair's breadth away from it. It's 1 or 2 steps.
Are you hoping as close as February to maybe have that fight, Barry?
I really hope so. I think they will fight, well, I know they'll fight before the end of the year, the winner of Kiko Martinez and the champion Jonathan Romero on Saturday. He has to fight Matabula before the end of the year, and we're hoping that we can make the fight with the winner of that fight in February, early March.
This guy Jeremy's a pretty good record, hasn't he? What do you guys know about him?
Well, he turned pro at 18. He's 26 years old. He's about 4 months younger than Carl. He's a French Algerian, very tough, muscular guy, about 5'6". Decent puncher, but not the sort of puncher that Kiko Martinez does. But he's a better fighter than Martinez. Can box and fight, and he's had 37 professional fights. He's had a draw and a narrow points defeat in all that time. So he's a very tasty fighter, and we know we'll have our hands full. So we can forget about thinking about fighting for the world title against Romero until we get over October the 19th. So Jeremy Parodi is of the utmost importance. We need to beat him convincingly on October 19th, and then we're sailing.
And training resumes in London on Monday, you said. How important was it for Carl to get that break? Having been in his position before, how important that was? It's
really important when you're away from your family, and that's, I think, the most difficult thing for him, being away from Carla, his daughter, and Christine, his partner. He likes to be at home, so training very hard and being away from your folks is not easy. So it was important to have a break, and he took a week down in Portugal, and he'll be back full of beans on Monday. But he's already training here in Belfast, so we step it up from Monday onwards.
We know how important Christine and Carla are to him. Christine will marry him then 8 days later, so they're hoping not to have too many bruises. But just, you know these guys for a long time, Barry, and how important has Christine been to Carl?
She's very important. She's kept him, kept everything solid in the family, and kept his feet on the ground. She's a great girl, and he's surrounded by a great family, both Christine's family and Carl's family himself, Craig and Fee. So they're wonderful people. So we just got to keep our fingers crossed that everything goes well on October the 19th. And as I say, we're only a couple of fights away from the big one. So October 19th is the one.